This is Matt Foster with Intimidator UTV, and today we're going to look at the premium components on an Intimidator side-by-side that you won't find on the competition. And basically we have added up the components, and there's a $6,500 added value that you're not paying for that you get in an Intimidator UTV that you're likely not going to find on the competition. So we're going to break those things down in this video. The first three components we're looking at is the plastics, the doors, and the tires. One of the unique features on the GC1K is the rotomolded plastic components that are on here. And one of the good things about rotomolded is that it has the internal support structure to hold up other parts of the unit. So it's double-sided and it has a void in the middle. Extremely robust plastic and extremely durable. So you can see on the exterior of the machine, the rotomolded parts, which are these black parts, are really exposed, and so that's to keep you from rubbing it against a tree or hitting it on something and chipping it or damaging it. And it's also resistant from peeling or fading. So when you're out trail riding, you just have a lot less damage to worry about because the rotomolded plastics are so durable. So on all the GC1K units, you have the rotomolded half doors. It comes standard on any of the GC1Ks. The ability to replace the nets with the half door is a big benefit. You'll see typically with the regulations on occupant retention, you either have a net to keep you in, or you have a door with some kind of a shoulder restraint. So really the nets end up getting tangled up and they drag the ground and they get caught on things and they damage. So with the doors, it's just a much easier application, easy open, easy close. You don't have to fumble around with the net, and so that's a big added benefit. Also, it keeps anything from coming inside of the cab on the lower end better than a net does, and so it's a more secure part here than a net. So that's the rotomolded doors. Obviously on the crew cab unit, there's 4 of these doors, and again, these have the rotomolded exterior so that they can keep from taking a lot of damage here too. All right, sitting here with the drive shaft out of a GC1K. This is one of the premium components, heavy duty, really nice U-joints in it, and it's a nice piece. One of the things, if you come across one of the GC1Ks or any of the Intimidator units, you're going to find big, heavy-duty, beefy components all the way throughout, and this is just one example of it. But the main reason why I have this is to show the durability of the plastics, and got the safety glasses on, and safety first. So we mentioned it could take a beating, and you could hit this thing on trees or whatever, and we're going to demonstrate that. So another premium component is the radial tires. These are an 8-ply radial tire on this particular unit. It is a 28-inch radial tire on 14-inch wheels. Obviously with the radial tire and being 8-ply, they offer an extremely durable, long-lasting tire, and it is an upgrade from the bias-ply tires, which are standard. And it's an upgrade due to the construction and performance. Also, the construction lends itself to being a very good tire on hard-packed surfaces like asphalt or concrete. The steel-belted radial tire, similar to what's on an automobile, has a lot longer lifespan than a bias-ply tire. So this is a really good all-terrain type of pattern that is a premium component on the unit. It drives really good and it looks good too. Okay, on the interior of the GC1K, checking out some of the premium components. First thing is what I'm sitting in right here. One of the first things that you notice on the interior is the seat. It is bolstered and nice and comfortable for any of those long days on the trail. Most of the competition has a flat bench seat that has less padding, and it's definitely not as bolstered. The bolstering gives you plush seating, keeps you from sliding around as much, and stylish. So The seat kind of sets the tone on the interior to provide a comfortable and a little bit of more of a luxury feel on the inside, which is on the Stage 3 unit. What the 7-inch display does as well is kind of gives you the same look and feel as an automobile does, or what you would be used to with the navigation system. So you can plop down waypoints and check and see where you're going. For the long rides, you can get back. You can get back and keep from getting lost. The gauge is big, being 7-inch, and it's also provides an easy reference point to your speed, the odometers, how much fuel you have, the mileage, any of your temps, any of your battery voltage, and so it's nice and easy to read. And so the 7-inch touchscreen is exclusive on the Stage 3 unit. So in all the other stages, the base, the Stage 1 and 2, it's a 4-inch display. On the base, it's a monochrome gauge with all the same readouts and ease of view. And then on the 1 and 2, it's a colored 4-inch colored display that just gives you a bit of a better look, a more premium look on the interior. On all the GC1Ks, it comes with a TGB engine, which is listed as one of our premium components. It's 1,000 cc, 83 horsepower, which is class leading, with 67 foot-pounds of torque, and it's a 65-mile-an-hour machine. All of the TGB engines come as a package deal with the transmission, CVT housing, all those components put together. And the CVT is also really good and premium design. Has a dual inlet and outlet port for the CVT housing, which increases the cooling of the unit, and it's also uses premium CVT belts with the dual inlet outlet ports. It keeps the belts cooler, so you have longer belt life, keeping you from having to replace your belts and having to put new belts on it. So all of that is also tuned specifically for the vehicle, and the CVTs are also listed as a premium component on the unit with the tuning, with the cooling fans on the clutches themselves. It is a very good, very premium component that maximizes the belt life and also transfers power from the motor to the tires. On the rear of the machine, hitting some additional premium components. The rear differential that you can see on this thing is absolutely massive. It's oversized for this unit. It looks like something out of a pickup truck, so that is obviously a premium component that we pay a lot extra to be able to put that in the unit, and it is not reflected in the price. It can also operate with a locking diff, so you got a push button locking diff to have both wheels turning on the rear. But also, if the locking diff is off, then that's basically a turf mode that if you're in your yard, it'll keep from tearing up your grass. It is push button locking diff, so the toggle switch is on your gauge, and that can be easily switched on, switched off. So also in the rear of the machine, all the other premium components here, you have the A-arms, which I have one of the A-arms here. This is actually one of the front A-arms, but it's all made out of the same size of tubing, and it's really about the same construction and build. One of the things I wanted to showcase here are these urethane bushings that are inserted in here. Most of the competition out there has rubber bushings for the inserts, and so these polyurethane bushings last longer. You have to obviously replace them less, and they wear and tear a lot less. So these things last for a really good while. So they are really heavy duty, thick 1.25 inch tubing here. So the construction is just it's super robust, keeping you from having to replace a bunch of parts on your unit. It's not that you can't break these components, but it is tough to do so. In normal operation, you will not break them. So here's an example of the A-arm. Another thing here is one of the wheel bearings. So you have 4 of these, one on each wheel. So it's an absolutely massive wheel bearing that goes that goes in the knuckle on all four corners, and so this is a really nice bearing that gives a lot of service life. So you have also the half shafts that are heavy duty. You have the heavy duty A-arms, frame rails with thick tubing. It's really overbuilt, like all of the machine. You can see throughout the entire thing, it's just overbuilt with heavy duty components. Basically, it's just, really to put yourself and your mind at ease when you're operating the UTV in normal usage, that you're not going to tear up the frame for an extremely costly repair. The thing is built so that you don't have to worry about it and you don't have to fix it. So it's, an extremely durable machine meant for a long life and for, low maintenance on the frame. So a little peace of mind to keep you from having to worry about replacing and doing some costly repairs on the frame. Another premium component on the GC1K unit is a steel skid plate. So underneath the unit, you'll have a full underbody metal skid plate. So obviously that'll protect the underside of the vehicle. It's standard on all the units that we sell. All Intimidator UTVs has it. It's an upgrade from a plastic skid plate that a lot of people put under there. And so it's a premium component because it's a nice steel skid plate. So that is extremely durable, it saves time, it saves money. It's not something that you'll have to replace, and it'll protect the rest of the vehicle with having the underbody skid plate. So there you have it, all the premium components on the Intimidator UTV. You can check them out on the website at intimidatorutv.com and let them help you conquer your next adventure.